Bust down, Tatiana, pick it up, now break that shit down, speed it up, now slow that shit down, slow it down, bust down, bust down on the gas.
Cardiana, I was home with my kid, Mamiana.
Cheers to the freaking weekend. Hello everybody, how are you doing, how are you guys feeling? I am finally on a restful weekend of mine here in Valencia. I have come back from the beach house where I am staying full time with 2 kids, 8 and 9 years old. Whew, it's a lot. So now we're gonna take a break and have a little drink, and it's time for story time. We haven't had a story time here on my channel in like 2 months. That is way too long. I am so sorry for keeping you guys waiting, but as you can see, I have been posting a lot of traveling vlogs, which were supposed to continue this weekend because I was supposed to go to Madrid, but that was canceled, and honestly, I couldn't be happier because that means I can totally like rest, not travel for once in my life of a weekend here since I've been in Spain, and just do my thing, do my videos, watch videos, because you know your girl loves watching YouTube videos. I don't watch Netflix, I don't watch TV, I only watch YouTube videos. So it's been really nice to stay in. I ordered a pizza for myself, and it's just been like yoga to the max, because that's my goal, that's my lifestyle, girl. And it's a little bit hard when you're taking care of 2 kids every single damn day. It's a little different. I am used to living with my boyfriend and my dog and having a beer every day. I can't do that now because obviously I'm being a caregiver, but now is the time to celebrate and get in the zone for my story time, girl. So as you can see by the title of this video, I am going to be talking about a time that an ex-boyfriend of mine got alcohol poisoning. Now, this was in high school. I don't want you guys to think that this is slander, I'm making fun of him. This can happen to anyone. I'm honestly surprised it's never happened to me, but whatever. So this goes back to, I believe, when I was 17 or 18. I think I was about to turn 18, yeah, because it was right before I started dating my ex-boyfriend, who I was with on and off for 5 years. And you guys know it was like Mr. Wrong. I've made a video about him before, but I feel like at this age, 17, 18, between that age, I was really ready for true love. I was looking for someone who was compatible with me, someone who would love me as I love them and whatnot, and I thought I had found that someone for about a week. This won't be a breakup video. I won't tell you guys how this ended, but I will tell you guys how I spent my time with this person as I was getting to know him and as I started dating him. I don't know how I dated him after this happened, but hey, everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has those days, as Hannah Montana would say. But yeah, so I was getting to know this guy, and it was conveniently a time where my parents were being a little more restraining with me. They weren't allowing me to do certain things or see certain people. They didn't like certain influences I had in my life. Ironically enough, I'm not friends with the people that they didn't want me around now. But at the time, I did truly believe they were my best friends. They were what was best for me. They cared about me. We were really close. And so I wanted to see them, and in order for me to see them without my parents knowing, because every time I would go out, my parents had a view of our street. We lived in an apartment complex, and they had a view of the street out the balcony where they could like spy on me to see who I'm leaving with. So every time I would go out, I would, you know, pretend I'm going out with someone else in order to meet up with my best friend. So that was how I got around the whole like, I can't be seen by my parents with you, but I'll go to you through someone else. So we basically planned, me and my best friends at the time, they were 3 girls that I wasn't really allowed to see at the time. They were pretty bad influences, and now I see why my parents were a little weary, but that's beside the point. I was going to meet up with them through this boy. We will name him Ramon because I'm in Spain. Let's name him something like super Spanish. His name was Ramon, and Ramon came to pick me up from my apartment complex in order for all of us to hang out. I was going to hang out with him, so I was being sincere about, I wasn't just using him, but it was through him that I was able to see my best friends at the time, because I was, like I said, I wasn't allowed to see them, so I had to take measures to kind of do what I wanted to do, you know what I mean? So basically, I would get, I almost said his name, Ramon, to pick me up in my apartment, and then my parents could see out the window, oh, she's seeing a boy. It's so funny to me, even still to this day. Back then I was like, you guys are insane. But even still to this day, that the fact that they would allow me to hang out with a boy and do God knows what, than like these girls who were like bad influences. But parents for doing their best at parenting me, but like, what the hell? Anyways, so I would go with this boy and we would go on the bus. And on the bus, we would then meet my best friends who were already on that bus that was coming towards my apartment complex, and we would go to a park, and usually we would drink, we would party, whatever. So that was that, and it was so funny because my friends and I had that plan of using this Ramon boy as our little decoy, if you will, to hang out, and we would always joke about, what if you end up falling for this guy? What if, like, through hanging out with him so many times, he ends up being someone you like? And I was like, oh, that'll never happen, like, whatever. And what do you know, I didn't end up dating him for a week. The reason I'm telling this story, by the way, is because I did run into him recently at a club. Me and my friend went out to the club, and we were, you know, getting crunk and whatever.
Yo, girl, I thought I recognized it. Ooh, baby, I be singing you like baby.
And I ran into him, and I was like, oh my God, like, flash from the past. It just made me laugh that I ran into this guy. And okay, one thing before I continue with this story time, you guys let me know in the comments down below if this is offensive or not. I was really drunk. Take that into consideration. It's not an excuse, I'm just giving context. So I ran into this Ramon boy at the club, and he went through a lot of changes. So it's been years, like over, it's been like 6 years since I hadn't seen him. And I ran into him at the club. He has kids. He has either a girlfriend or a wife, I'm not sure. And he converted to Muslim. And I was really confused by that because he's Spanish, he's Colombian. It's, you know, anyone is able to do whatever they want. Of course, I'm not judging, but it was completely different from the Ramon I knew, right? So I ran into him, and I didn't necessarily want to speak to him, but of course he spotted me, and he came up to me and he said, hello, how are you doing? And I really did not want to conversate. And so, not in a rude way, I just thought, what is he doing here? He has kids, he's Muslim, you know, he's drinking and stuff like that, and I know Muslims aren't supposed to drink. I know people have different, like, how strict they are with their faith, and I get that, but at the same time, like, first of all, I didn't want him talking to me. Second of all, I was like, it's been so many years, you're a completely different person. So that's what came out. That is what I said to him. I said, don't you have kids now? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm just saying hi to you. And he got so defensive, and I said, and aren't you, like, Muslim now? And he got so offended by me saying that. He was like, yo, why are you trying to disrespect me? I was just trying to say hello to you. And I'm like, whoa, I'm not disrespecting. I'm just asking, like, you're a completely different person from the last time I saw you. So, like, I genuinely wanted to know, like, what's with that now? Like, how is life with you being a father and a Muslim man and all of that? I wasn't meaning it as, like, ew. No, I have Muslim friends. Like, I have respect for every kind of faith, every kind of everything, you know, like, aliens, I love you, you know. I have no hate towards anything or anyone, but he took that as, like, an insult. Like, he was like, why are you trying to disrespect? I was just trying to say hi to you. And I'm like, you know what, I'm not disrespecting, because, you know what, assalamu alaikum, bitch. And I said that, I literally said that to him, because I'm like, I truly, like, I know a little bit about that culture, and it's not that I'm being ignorant and saying, like, oh, what are you doing? No, I was just sincerely being like, isn't this your life now? Like, aren't you a completely different person? Wouldn't you want to catch up before just saying, hey, what's up? Like, no, it just didn't fly with me. But anyways, we'll get back to the story. That was my little spiel about being reminded of this boy and these stories and all of that. But anyways, so yeah, I met up with him, or he came to pick me up, and we were on our way on the bus, all of us. I reunited with my best friends, and I was like, hey girl, hey, and we were all happy. And so we're on our way to a park. The plan was to drink and whatnot, whatever. So I met a bunch of guys too who are to this day my friends, because they were pretty freaking cool and their sense of humor was on fleek. But yeah, so we met up with them, and we were drinking, we were having a good time. I was still in my early stages of drinking, so I didn't drink that much. I had like 1 or 2 sips of vodka. That's what we were drinking at the time, just a bunch of vodka. Some people had Jamaican rum and whatnot. But yeah, we were just drinking at a park, being stupid, being young, and I started kind of falling for him this night because, I don't know, we were spending time together, we were cracking jokes together, the chemistry was kind of forming there, if you know what I mean. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Drink to that, because oh my god, you could not believe what just happened, or what was about to happen. So basically we were all hanging out, we were all having fun, and then I don't know how none of us noticed, but basically we were all chatting. There was like, I don't know, 6 of us, including Ramon, and we were all chatting, and all of a sudden all of us go, where is Ramon? And we look beside us, and he is literally passed out on a park bench, just like full out passed out. We're like, oh my goodness, what happened to him? And we're like laughing, like, oh my god, he got too drunk, whatever, he drank too much. And basically he later like was coming to, but not really. Like he was hearing us kind of making fun of him because we were stupid, obviously. But then he kind of like rolled over and like fell on the ground. And we were like, oh no, like we don't want him to actually get hurt. Like this is really funny, but we don't want him to like get hurt, right? So we were kind of trying to help him and try to get him up. Some of the guys were trying to get him up, and they were saying like, get up, get up. And he was saying, no, no. And we were like, well, he's sleepy. The girls were like, the girls and I were just lost. Like we didn't know what to do. We didn't know what to say. Like the guys knew him better than we did. So we were kind of like, what do you usually do? What's the drill here, you know? So they're kind of trying to take care of him. And as they're trying to get him up, this boy just projectile vomits all over the place. At the time it was like, haha, everyone's drunk, and it was funny, whereas now it's like, oh god, no. Back then it was like, wow, you got really drunk, impressive, or something, whatever. So anyways, he projectile vomits onto the entire like sand area of that park, and then he like face plants in it. And I gotta respect, because I've been through that. If you haven't seen my video of the first time I drank, then you wouldn't know, but if you have, then you know that I did the same thing when I first drank. I don't think it was his first time drinking, but that happened. So basically we were really worried, because we were like, he's really out of it. The fact that he just like face planted into his own puke, like that's really bad. And later on we started finding out, you know, like he's not responding and all of that, and it got really scary. Like I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to make of it. I wasn't, like I said, I was in my beginning stages of drinking, so I didn't really know what the protocol was with that whole thing. But basically his friends were like, no, like we need to get him somewhere, because he's actually not okay. Like we've never seen him like this. And I was like, oh damn. And then I started worrying about this new love interest that I had. I said, oh no, is he gonna be okay? Any other girl would be like, ew, like no, you can't handle your liquor, I don't like you. But no, at the time I was like, my poor Ramon. So these guys literally ended up like picking him up by the armpits, because there was like so many of them. There was like 4 different guys, and they picked him up and they were like walking with him, and he was dragging his feet like this on the ground. Like he couldn't even walk. It was insane and scary, because you like, that's really dangerous. That you could literally die from alcohol poisoning. And that's pretty much what we found out was happening once they walked him over to a hospital, because that's how bad it was. Like they had to take him somewhere to get like an IV and like to get stabilized, because he was so drunk. Like he had drank so much. And I was like, oh my god. Like me and the girls just stayed there. Like we didn't really know what to do, and we kind of just like hung out, tried making it like less awkward. My 2 friends who were sisters had to go home, and I kind of was like, well, me and so another girlfriend of mine, are gonna go home too on the bus, but we'll walk with you guys towards your house. So we were walking, and then this is like the dumbest part of the story, because I should have been like, you know, paying attention to what was happening to this boy, but I was just like, well, the night goes on. And so I found this little tiny bicycle from like, I don't know, a 4 or 5-year-old, and I started riding it as I was following my friends to their house. But basically, yeah, like that's how my boyfriend got alcohol poisoning at the time that I was 17, 18, and then other things happened. There's more stories to come about this particular boy, because he was a boy. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this story time. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, because it's free. And stay tuned for my stories to come as I wait for another travel vlog to take place in my life. I would really appreciate if you guys go to my playlist. If you do enjoy my story times, go to my story times playlist and watch those. They are really fun. I'm gonna film a couple more before I upload another travel vlog when me and my boyfriend are going to go to Santorini, the place of my dreams. I can't wait. We're gonna go there in a week, so it's gonna probably take me a while to like edit all of that footage. And in the meantime, I'm gonna be uploading some story times for you guys, and I hope you do enjoy those. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.